Good morning. Welcome back to Tarot Oracle and Runes. Guys, we're changing up how I do things. I had a major epiphany this morning. If anyone that listens to me knows who Witch and Scythe is, she is the most wonderful girl. I love this girl. Her and I Scribe with Steph and San at Santero and Cindy at Awakening to Spirit have been part of my little tribe. And given me encouragement along the way. All four of them have said encouraging things. They have been just awesome. I've had my channel 3 years now, and it's had its ups and downs. You'll notice that it is early morning. I'm single again. I love him very much, but we just couldn't live together. So he's doing his own thing now, and I'm doing mine. And I was listening to Witch and Scythe. I always listen to, anytime, and I'm going to say this because everyone's on their own journey. Whenever I have felt like I'm stumbling, not seeing the correct picture, there are several people I listen to. San is one. Well, I listen to them on a regular basis. But San, Witch and Scythe, I Scribe with Steph, and her and I communicate a lot. I recently sent her a gift. I'm so glad you got it, Steph. Witch, yours is coming if you stop and check in with this. And for what few channel members I have left, I am doing Wheel of the Year because for next month it is the Higher Consciousness card. I'm probably going to confer with a few members that I have and see if it's okay with them if I take it off channel members, because I only have a few of those, and make it something I can share with the collective. But I was really thinking about what way I wanted my channel to go, because some things are resonating, some aren't, and I was having a lot of personal issues. A lot of the personal issues are going to be resolved now because there's just me to worry about now and the cats. And for those that don't know, Sky and Sage are both females, okay? But I had this major epiphany, because every time I've told y'all before, if you've seen any of my little shorts, anytime I go in between the mountains where the trees are, they always talk to me. And Red Fairy Tarot, I think she is, did a reading recently that I happened to catch on a short, and she says, the trees talk to you. And I'm like, well, they always have talked to me. And I don't really talk a lot about that. My sky writings, a lot of people like my sky writings. A lot of people like my map readings, which are something I was called to do. And we're going to go back to that. For the girl that sent me the message that you like the map readings, they're coming back. That is something I created that I was called to do with the maps that the spirit guides were telling me about. Guys, always listen to your spirit guides. I had so much going on. I was focusing so much on other things that my channel just wasn't. And I don't care now if my channel grows or not. I'm going to start just putting out the content there that I'm being called to do. The map readings, the sky readings. I may not do the actual pictures because I can't paint worth a crap. But I will take the pictures and post them and then do the reading on them. Okay? For those of you that like those. I've got a couple of them, like this one about the waves, the planetary wave. That's going to come today. I'm going to do that one today. I did have a catastrophe yesterday. I was stupid enough to leave, not stupid enough, but I left my little flowers. I'm going to get it. I'm going to show y'all because I'm going to just start doing the me things. And, uh-oh. Something fell. I don't even know what fell. Something fell off my table. This will either resonate for people. It won't resonate for people. There's other people like me out there. I know there is. So I was stupid enough to leave the flowers with the water, and my cats love greens. And this is broom, which is Scottish broom, which is really poisonous to cats. But they knocked it over, and my deck of the Healing Waters, which was the first deck I ever bought, or the third deck I bought, my Healing Waters got wet. I had to dry it out. I was really panicking. This is my favorite deck. This deck speaks to me. This has got the planetary wave in it. It's got all these major, I call them, well, major arcana, because these are oracles. They have, each card here has a complete message for me. I did a reading on this whole deck when I first got it. And guys, they tell me there's still thousands of messages for earth healers out there. So, number one, thank you, Witch and Scythe, for pointing out about how you kept the Abstract of Light channel and then went on to the Witch and Scythe channel that you made, where you just stepped into it all. Guys, I'm an earth healer. I've always been about plants. I get that from my father. It's not a mother thing for me. It's a father thing. And I got the Father Love card yesterday, and the Spirit card, which I did a reading on that. I just couldn't. Yesterday was such a tremendous day. I could not even disconnect from the other things going on to step into it. We're stepping back into that. The trees talk to me. When I see things in the sky, my guides will just start pointing things out. This morning I got a synchronicity again. As I was coming, I had to leave the house to go get smokes. Guys, I gave up smoking. I started smoking again. A lot of the good things I was doing for myself, I quit doing because I had so much other stuff going on, and I'm going back to all those things. I am now going to focus only on me and you. That's all I want to worry about. That, and I mean, I do have a regular job, but maybe one day I can quit that. Right now, bills got to be paid. We still got to step into that old paradigm of that. But what I wanted to say was, I know there's other earth healers out there because a lot of times when I post earth healer messages, people tune in. So there's a lot of you earth healers out there. If you don't know you're an earth healer, if you feel like the trees talk to you, if you feel like the wind talks to you, if you feel like you get messages on the breeze, even if you don't hear a voice or people talking, if you get pictures in your head, the universe is sending you messages. You are ground enough into the earth that you're picking up messages from her. Okay, so we're going to start talking about that. That may turn some of you off, and you may say, "Oh, I'm not going back to her channel. I'm just you know, that's fine. Don't. If you're not an earth healer, this isn't for you." Okay, but healing the earth helps heal people. Okay, being a gardener, and you know, maybe you like to plant flowers or you like to plant herbs, and you share them with your friends, and it always makes them happy when you come with those. Okay, you're an earth healer in my mind. Okay, you may have a different definition for it, or you may not like titles. Some people do not like labels. I actually know somebody that was telling me that her maintenance guy is got a girlfriend. He's like, he don't like labels. He's like, this is my whatever, but he doesn't want to call her his girlfriend, don't want to call her his wife, don't want to call her his partner. He's just like, she's part of me, and that's just what we're going to leave it at. Fine. Okay, not everybody likes labels. And me, I always want a label for everything. Because I'm ADHD, I sometimes, if I have a label for it, I can at least understand it better instead of just reading the energy and going, okay, this is what this is. So I'm kind of a thing with myself, and then at the same time, there's, the messages. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing some more earth healing things because I'm being called to. And I hadn't realized when Stephanie sent me this deck of the angels, what I do with it. Okay, she sent me this deck. She said she opened up the deck and heard Lana, so she sent it to me. Okay, and I just recently sent her a deck. Hopefully y'all will see it on her channel. It's called Passing the River, and only a few cards spoke to me, and I couldn't get it just seemed so abstract. I couldn't pull messages from it. I wasn't picking up messages. Hopefully Steph will, because she's more into the abstract, like the ink and stuff that she does. Okay, but in this, there was a card. Steph, I hope this came with the deck, or whatever. But there's a lantern on the front. Okay, which is, to me, signifies the Hermit, which is a Virgo. I'm a Leo, Virgo cusp. More Virgo as time goes on because I'm getting older. And then on the back, there's trees. I'm like, it's been in front of my face this whole time. I need to focus more on the earth healer messages because that's where the universe is directing me to go. And then all of y'all have seen my little, and I do it on my planet, and guys, I'm going to do the whole year of the 2025 Llewellyn Split Planetary Guide. Just to give you an idea of the energies, how they're working, what the astrologers are saying about it. I'm not really incorporating those into my reading unless there's a reason for it. And my titles are going to change. I'm wanting to step more into being who I am. And if the title comes out crappy. I don't know what else to say. So, but I've had this, and at one time it was a wishing jar. It's actually, I think, a jewelry holder or a change holder. I was putting message in it. But this is one of the signs of synchronicities the angels sent me. Earth healer. I mean, there's a map on it. So my map readings are important. Guys, I totally missed that. I'm almost 62 years old in August. So if you miss a sign or synchronicity, sometimes you have to wait for the divine timing of it. I'm learning a lot more about divine timing these days. So if you're asking for symbols and messages and you don't get them, sometimes they come through when you need them the most. Right now, stepping back more into my channel, I now have my mornings. Things are just going to change because I've got certain times of the day now that I'm going to devote to my channel. And that's when I'll do my readings, because that's when I feel like I'm clear. My palette's clear. You know how Stephanie does that little clear the palette thing? This is when I'm most clear. And when they've been, and got another thing. My guides talk to me at night. Okay? So, it's so funny. Earth healer, map. There's a map on here. So I totally missed those guys. I saw them, but they didn't mean what they mean right now. So if you have signs and synchronicities starting to come in right now, and I saw 5, when I came back through the mountains this morning, I had to go get cigarettes. I saw 5 Canadian geese. 5 has changed. Yesterday was the 23rd, and yesterday was the day when my partner started moving his things out. We're still friends. We're going to stay friends. But I need to focus on me. I'm at a time in my life when I want to do certain things. I was telling y'all yesterday about my notebook that is like really truly I've got journaling that I've done over the years that I never put into a book. So I've started putting things into my book. I've been writing symbols. I've been writing messages I've been getting. I'm writing my future into existence. I got this at the Dollar General store. Okay, they don't have too many of them. I tried to go back and find a couple of more of them. So maybe when the next shipment comes in, over time, I'll find some more like this. Because I don't generally like these kind of backings. Guys, write it into existence. I mentioned that on MJ at Soulful Revolution this morning. I told people, write it into existence. What do you want your future to look like in the next year? Because this year is big. A lot of changes for all of us. And seeing those 5 birds was like, the angels were like sitting over me going, oh, she got it, she got it. So, for those of us that feel like we are earth healers, I'm going to step more into that. Okay? I'm still going to be doing readings and stuff. But I'm going to step more into the things that bring me more joy. Doing my map readings. And somebody recently told me, she's like, I really liked your map readings. Bring those back. So we're going to bring those back. I cannot find my big... Remember, I have that map of the United States. So I have found my other book, though. And I am going to start taking it. And it's got a map on the United States of it. But we're going to start just pulling open the map to a page, pulling the runes and the cards, and I'll just tell you whatever messages come through. I'm going to start journaling about it more to get more messages, because I've learned also I have some kind of weird, okay, I was talking about it yesterday. I have some kind of weird remote viewing thing that I feel like I shift between time frames. And yesterday, during one of my the reading I did for everybody, I got this really big message that I'm not really willing to share yet, that they told me something, and I'm like, okay, when I start seeing that play out in reality, then I'll mention it. And when it does, I will point it all out to you guys, but I'm not yet, because they're telling me this, and I seem to be, in some ways, they seem to give me messages, okay, and it feels like the timeline of it all, the divine timing of it is, like, I'll get the message now, but I won't see it play out for quite a while into the future. And it's like, so why am I getting these messages now if they're not for now? And they're like, because that's just the way you receive the energy. So pay attention to that. Are you getting messages that, they're like deja vus. You like get this message, but you don't see it play out till like 6 months later, and you suddenly go, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I remember when I thought about this, and it was back then. And it's working through your intuition, right? Because you're just, you're a smorgasbord of all these energies with all your chakras, and you're soaking up all this energy, and you're divine. And to me, like I said, this was divine timing, guys. Earth healer. Are you an earth healer? Do you feel like the trees speak to you? Do you feel like the plants speak to you? Do you feel like animals speak to you? I have a friend who, at some point in the future, me and her are going to do something together. We're not sure what yet, or how we're going to work it. But she's going to probably come on the channel. Y'all will find her very interesting. You're going to look at me and look at her and go, well, we see how you two connect, but wow, y'all are so different. We are so different, but so much alike. Me and my sister are the same way. So, I got this spirit guide message here that we're going to now switch into this energy of, because we're already into almost 14 minutes here. So this is a cleansing of the palette. I don't know how else to put this. It's a spirit guide message for whoever needs to hear it. So we start off here with, and usually I only try to pull a couple of these, but they had me pull, and guys, I do it. My Rice Krispies tell me to. They had me pull, and we've got 8 of them here. But the first one that leads us off is Dream Talk. Your subconsciously, constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. Okay? So, just like I said, while you're sleeping, your subconscious is always working. Your guides come in and talk to you. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I feel like somebody's been talking to me all flipping night long. And I'm like, whereas my brain turned off, my subconscious did not, and kept receiving, and or astral traveling or whatever. Okay, so whoever you are that this message is resonating for, we've got a moon in here. It looks like an eclipse. So the solar eclipse coming up, or the lunar eclipse, could have meant something really great to you. We have a key. We have candles. We have an egg. Eggs are fertility. We have feathers from the angels. So maybe you're getting angel messages at night that you need to pay attention to. Or during the day you get a deja vu and you feel like you dreamed it. And your angels go, right there, I just gave you that. Okay. Also, vulnerability. You're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative conditioning. So, this is talking about things blossoming for you. Okay, opening up in your heart space. See how it's green? In your heart space. That's opening up things for you that, and just like she's got these branches here, it's like she's getting messages from the trees. It's speaking, there's trees, the energy of the trees is speaking to her and then coming right through to her heart chakra, which I feel like is kind of what's happening to a big group of us right now that are earth healers, that love trees, that want to replant trees or want to grow gardens or in some way bring beauty to the world. That's how we bring beauty to the world. I used to grow all kinds of flowers and herbs and share them with everybody. And I made so many people in Mississippi smile when I had my house. I had a whole acre. I had all kind of little flower beds all over the place. I would cut flowers and just suddenly bring them to people. Actually, a neighbor told me one time, don't bring me flowers anymore because my husband likes to do that. And he's jealous you're bringing me flowers. I'm like, I was just trying to make, she goes, I know you're just trying to make my day. But my husband's getting upset. I was like, okay. She says, she goes, instead, why don't you just dig up some for me that you like, that you want to give me over there and just plant them in my yard and we'll do it that way. So that's what we did for years. I would give her flowers and she would plant them. Okay, so cleanse yourself. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, tidy your office, your body needs care and attention. Spiritual, emotional, and physical cleaning. So this is taking a deep meditation out and allowing spirit to see you, work through you, talk to you, and cleanse out anything that no longer is meant to be in your life. Any residual energy from any past relationships, okay? Anything that comes back to you, you feel like haunts you. It is time to release that. Write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. And I thought it was so funny. I actually read something recently. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on a card. And it said something similar. Write it down and burn it. I'm like, that's been an old witchy thing for I don't know how long. Because it makes sense, right? If you write it down, you write down the existence that you're in that you no longer want to have with you. You set it on fire. It burns it up, leaves open that space for something new and beautiful to come in like a butterfly. And you toss the ashes to the wind and tell the universe, here you go. I release this. Wonderful thing to do for yourself. Memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love you have for one another. Again, we have pictures, we have some shells, we have a heart, we have roses, we have a butterfly of transformation, we have a candle, we have a key. Guys, I don't know if you can see it here or not. I have all these little angels. Guys, I still find angels. I find angels everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? I find these in the thrift stores. I find them in ornaments when people do things for Christmas ornaments. But I have a key here. Okay? I've had a key here. I've got some antique jewelry here. And actually, Witch was talking on her channel one day. She was seeing an antique locket. Witchy, this is the locket. I'm going to have to email her and tell her to check this out. So I was talking to you and showing you. I don't know if this is the one she saw in her mind's eye. But this is on a necklace I got at the thrift store. Guys, yes, I know this is kind of jumping all around, isn't it? But that's me, okay? It's a locket that you can put pictures in, okay? And it's an antique. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's a bulky journey. Maybe someone does still make bulky, antique-looking jewelry. But this, we live in a town where when people pass, their families donate everything to several of the thrift stores around here. And this may have belonged to somebody that had this since she was a child, okay? Or since she was young. Or maybe when she was married and they took the pictures out and they said, well, you know what? Grandma's gone now. We're just going to, okay? So I went and I saw it in my favorite nifty, thrifty thrift store and I picked it up, okay? And there's also a bracelet and it too has the same locket on it, okay? Guys, I absolutely love this old-fashioned stuff here. It speaks to my heart. It speaks to my mind. This is one, again, probably by, and maybe even owned by the same person. It has these chunky hearts on it. I absolutely love it. I don't know if y'all can see that from there. Some of this stuff is entwined in the lights, which they're getting ready to come down. So I'll get ready to come down. So lots of memories, right? Memories speak to you. And then they say receive. And Receive. You're kind and loving who constantly reaches out, gives to others, but it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Me and somebody else were talking about that, and she said, I can give till I'm blue in the face. Love to do that. She said, but I have a hard time receiving. I do too sometimes, okay? Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law and order of the universe. So this guy right here, it feels like he's trying to release the need to just give. He's trying to learn how to receive. So if you feel like you have an issue with that, like they're trying to give him a gift and he's actually letting this energy pass through him of saying, okay, I have to quit saying, no, I can't. It's not fair for me to take anything because I give. I give. Guys, you have to open up and receive. The universe has a natural give and take to it, a natural flow to it, okay? And as an earth healer, you know, like growing flowers, what's the point of growing beautiful flowers if you can't share them with somebody, right? So giving and receiving. If you give somebody a flower and they decide to give you one back, or maybe you're telling somebody, I'm looking for a certain kind of tree I want to plant in my yard, and somebody pops up with one. Are you going to tell them you don't want the tree and you wanted one of those trees? Like, I wanted a eucalyptus tree for years, and I finally found one and planted it in my yard. It grew to be huge. I eventually had to cut it down because of the Hurricane Katrina killed a lot of my trees in my yard that I had specially planted. I had a eucalyptus. I had a silverleaf maple. I had 2 cypress trees. I had, because they get russet colored in the winter, I had all kinds of these things, right? And it killed a lot of my trees. I had to cut a lot of my trees down. I was heartbroken. But if someone's going to give you the tree that you've always wanted, take it. It's a gift from the universe. It's the gift the universe. You've told them, I want this. This is something I want from my yard. And I know it's going to have beautiful flowers on. I'm going to share it with everybody. I'm going to give flowers. It makes me think of the magnolias from Mississippi. Take the damn tree, okay? So, nature. So, this is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul needs nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality outdoors. So we have here a butterfly for transformation. Actually, I think we had 2, no 1. For some reason, when I show the camera, it looks like there's another one here. There's a butterfly. There's fiddle leaves. These are a type of fern. These, a lot of people actually eat these when they come up like this. It's called a fiddle leaf when it's at this stage before it unfolds into a full fern. They are edible, okay? I don't know if all of them are edible. And it's got this rose in the background getting ready to bloom. It's got these other little mothy butterflies. I used to see these everywhere in Mississippi, and they're only like this big. And I've seen a few here. They're actually, I think, butterflies. I call them moths, but they're butterflies. They're the smallest butterfly I've ever known to man. And they're like this beautiful little blue. And they look just like that. Okay? So what are you seeing start to bloom and transform in your life that you need to step out and receive? What is the universe, what are the angels telling you that you now need to take into your life? If you're an earth healer, watching spring come after a long winter, especially if you're in a place like I am right now where you have snow, and you start seeing the green come, you start hearing the frogs, you start hearing the crickets. The earth is renewing herself. She's coming out of a deep sleep. So are we. Do you feel like you're coming out of a deep sleep? Are you starting to see things you never thought that you didn't see before? Like me getting this morning and going, oh my God, they've been giving me all these earth healer messages, and I just wasn't thinking to myself as an earth healer, but I am, right? So this is a time when the spring, they are saying, pay attention to this because you are finding your center, okay? You see, we've got this clock, doesn't have no, because there's no timing on this message. Whenever you see it and it resonates for you, it's meant for you at that time, okay? Just like I got this thing last year, and this morning, I'm listening to Witchy's message. I'm coming through the mountains because I had to go run to town and get cigarettes. And I saw the birds and I went, oh my God, signs and synchronicities all around me, right? What signs and synchronicities are you seeing? Okay? And you're never too old to learn. I'm almost 62 years old and I'm still learning, right? I'm still wanting to grow flowers. Actually, me and one of the neighbors over here, we're going to start a flower garden this year. Right outside, we're going to put pots. Because we live in an RV park, so we can't exactly do. But we're going to plant flowers. We're going to plant seeds. So you're finding your center again. Maybe you're coming out of a time of being where you're just now learning how to do some things for yourself. Or maybe you're even learning how to just stop trying to control things. And you're finding your center that when you just stop and say, you know, I'm not going to control this. Let it work out how it wants to. I did a reading not too long ago where I asked the runes a very important question. And they said, nothing. Do nothing. I did nothing. And it still worked out for the best. They said do nothing. And some things happened, and I was like, okay, I see this now. So sometimes doing nothing, you're just supposed to cleanse your palate, wait for the universe to come in and help you find your center again of where you're meant to be. Okay? You see there's no hands on this clock. It's all in divine timing. It's not on our time. It's in the universe's. Because everyone's on their own path. So no matter what part of your journey that you're on, you're right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. So I feel like some of you are starting to see that. Maybe you didn't before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're just now starting to realize of where your center is. What is more important to you? Where you need to go. And in that, the sun will rise again. Did y'all see the pictures I put of the sun yesterday? I love that my phone can take pictures of that. The sun is going to rise in you again. And that's where, see like he's underwater here, but he's starting to come out of the water. The sun is starting to rise. So if you feel like you have been under the water, that you weren't receiving the messages, the sun is rising again. You are rising up out of the water, the buoyancy of that, coming out of that. And you're all in the psychic realm now. You're starting to pick up these messages. Okay? And the angels are guiding you in this. Okay? See how he's underwater and he's coming up and the sun is rising? You're starting to get your head above it now. You're starting to understand what the universe is telling you. Okay? Guys, I got it right here. I can't, you know, it's the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. It's a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Memories, right? Okay? Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. So, this is what your psychic vision is telling yourself. You are rising above with this, the sun rising. It's a new card, a new chapter, a new beginning. And maybe you're even more based in, maybe you're a water sign even, that's fully immersed in this earth healer. What's new for me, what's now coming in, I now am understanding it. See all the water? He's in these watery depths. And it's right there at his heart line. And the sun is rising. And he's starting to understand. It's all coming together. Whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. How you view yourself, you are being vulnerable, you're cleansing yourself, you're receiving nature, dream talk. You are starting to find your center and you're starting to understand it. And even your psychic realm is opening up for you. Okay? See how he's got that water, right? So he's now absorbing all this psychic energy that is starting to come together with the sun for success. It's telling me your heart center is opening up. And you are starting to understand. Let me pull a couple of runes here. What do the earth healers for the spirit guide message? Guys, what do these earth healers need to know? Ooh. Guys, I don't know if you can see or not. Sage is determined to get on top of the coffee pot. This cat loves the coffee pot. Every morning we do this. Every morning, my Sage says, oh, I want to see. Here, go look underneath. You want to go underneath? Look at my Halloween cat. That is my Halloween cat, guys. Can you see? She's got the orange on her. She's orange, white, and black. Her mama brought her to me when she was just a little bitty kitten and said, oh, yes, the wheels are turning. Jera, harvest. That is the biggest yes I have ever gotten for myself personally. Is this resonating for you? Are you getting a yes from the universe saying, yes, you got it? Harvest. Thank you, angels and ancestors, especially spirit guides. This is a spirit guide message. Thank you so much for letting me know I am now in the harvest because I have come to myself in some way. You have come to yourself and found some serenity in something that you're going through. Okay? It's time. It's time. Everything, again, like I said, it's in divine timing. See how the clock has no hands on it? Finding your center. You're there. You're there. Okay? Let me pull one more rune. Anything else? Oh, that one right there. Let's see. Stepping into your future. there's also a reverse side to this. It feels like also that this may be a time where you need to put yourself first. Okay. Actually, let me read that one to y'all. Let me read y'all reverse Fihu. Ralph Bloom puts his runes in a different way than what everybody else does. Everyone puts them in the Ets, which is, it's 3 rows of 8. He doesn't put his like that. Possessions 113. 113. Okay. There may be considerable frustrations if you draw Fihu reverse a wide range of dispositions. You fall short in your efforts to reach out, miss, you're compelled to still stand by and watch helplessly while your gain dwindles away. Observe what's happening. Observe these events from an open perspective and say, what do I need to learn about this from my life? So it may be a time of standing still. Okay? Even if there's an occasion for joy, don't let yourself be seduced into mindless joy as it listens to us. Reverse, there's doubtful situations are abundant and come in many forms and guides. You're being put in the shadow touch of possessions. Do you have some kind of possessions you need to get rid of? I was just saying yesterday, me and my partner were discussing separating things and all this, because we're parting friends. I was like, well, I'm going to combine, do this and this for you. I'm like, okay, whatever, But I'm like, I've dragged a lot of things from Mississippi here. A lot of things, including like this, which I love. The things I love, I'm keeping. But I have like 6 totes of things I've got to go through. I was telling him, I have this and this, and it's broken. And it's just sitting in a tote. It's going in the trash. Yesterday, he threw a whole bunch. He said, I'm not even keeping this. It just isn't important anymore. So what is in your life right now that's not important? Possessions-wise, have you dragged something from one place to another and it's been in a box for 20 years? Aunt Martha gave me that, knitted that for me when I had my first kid. Aunt Martha passed away 6 years ago. So whose feelings are you going to hurt if it's not for you? Or maybe even give it to the child that was born to pass on to their child as a family heirloom. But it doesn't need to be in your possession no more. Yeah, yes, they're saying yes. It doesn't need to be in your possession no more. Okay. Yet all that this is part of is coming to be and passing away, and not that which is going to abide with you. Okay? You have in dealing with the shadow side, you have an opportunity to recognize where your true nourishment lies. It is not the things around you. It's what you gain on the inside. Okay? It is what you gain on the inside. Like, the angels are always trying to constantly show us things. Okay? Yeah, angels cover up significantly. Some angels, they have parts they show, right? And actually, they say angels don't have a sex. They're not male or female. They can look masculine or feminine. But everyone that I've ever seen in my mind's eye, they seem more masculine, but they don't have anything to signify they're male or female. Okay? So, just keep that in mind. All right. I'm going to pull one more room. What else do you want to tell us? The divine is speaking to you. Okay? And I'm going to read this one too. I kind of want to start teaching a little bit more. Now, me, guys, after a while, when I start working my runes every single day again, I start getting very non-traditional messages from them. I scry through my runes. I haven't been working with them very much, so I'm kind of rusty at it right now. Okay, I'll be honest with y'all about that. If you don't work with some stuff every day, I mean, you have to let Spirit speak through you, right? So, they're reminding me about the girl whose daughter came through. Actually, the girl didn't. Her guide did. Last year, I did a reading, and I was talking about Michigan, and I was talking about, and she wrote me. She said, "You got it right on." And I said, "Well, it wasn't from me. It was from your guides. The guides around your daughter. They want you to know she's around you." Her name started with an A. I remember that. She wouldn't tell me what her daughter's name was. It didn't matter. But she was like, "Yeah." So, when I work with them every day, I get messages from them, and they're not traditional messages. But I'm wanting to teach people a little bit more about them when you see them. Control of your emotions is an issue here during times of transition, shifts in life's course, accelerated self changes. It's important not to collapse yourself into your emotions. Where did it just say that on one of these runes, on one of these cards? Okay, right? It just said that on one of these, something similar about not collapsing yourself. New opportunities and challenges are typical of this room, and with them comes trespasses and unwanted influences. Algus serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior. So, again, this is spiritual warrior, This is August, and it's a mirror of. What are you reflecting? Okay? The battle is always with the self. The warrior's protection is like the curved horns of the elk or the warning rustle of the sedge grass, for both serve to keep open space around you. And that's exactly what this is. You are in the middle, and they want you to keep open space. So that's telling me that the spirit guides, the angels, are around you, and they're wanting you to keep open space. Okay. So whatever is not yours, do not soak up anything that is not yours. Okay, and sometimes we have a habit of doing that when we're mirroring back what we're seeing. Okay, or sometimes other people are serving to mirror to us what our wounds still are. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Remain mindful that timely right action and correct conduct are your only true protection. If you feel pain, observe it, stay with it. Don't try to pull down the veil and escape from life. You will progress. Know that this is your protection. So, this is saying that some of you may need to take a little time for yourself. Put the kids' needs aside. When the kids go off to school and the husband's gone off to work, the wife's gone off to work, and you have 30 minutes to spend some time by yourself, this is a time for deep reflection. Okay? What are you seeing in your life that's reflecting back to you where you need to take a time out? Where you need to refine this center? The runes are just confirming this reading, guys. Okay? What do you need to cleanse? It is time to take some time for yourself. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry. The angels are working with you. It's in divine timing. Okay? Let me pull y'all a couple of, actually, let me pull an angel card. Let's see what angels want to show up to give you a message. Let's put the runes up here. Again, thank you to Ice Riot Steph for sending me this deck. And she said, her guide said, this is for Lana. She calls me Lana, but that's okay. Lana, whatever part of the country you're from is always pronounced differently. It's actually Elana. I don't care. All right. Matter of fact, I like hearing her say, Lana. I love you, Ice Riot Steph. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. What angel wants to talk? What angel wants to give us a message? What angel wants to step up? Who do you most need to give a message to? I got my spirit candle here too, guys. What angel wants to step up and give a message to who? Or who needs to hear this message from this angel? Angel of determination. See, she's going up the steps. In the background here, you see, I guess it looks like New York, or Portland, Maine, or Portland, Oregon, or Chicago. Some big city. It may even be maybe Australia, maybe in one of those big cities in another country. She's stepping up. The angel of determination. This is a 9 card. Oh, that's a goddess number. That is a highly feminine number. Okay. 9. Guys, look, the second page I went straight to it. Okay. You've received this card because your angel of determination has heard your fears about having the determination to achieve your goals. Do you have hopes and dreams you want to achieve, yet you lack the determination? Your angel of determination is here to assist you. It will help you to set a timeline so you'll be able to focus on getting closer to achieve your goals. Now it's time to write down the goal you wish to achieve. Guys, I was just talking about that. With my journal. Write it into existence. Write it into existence. Guys, you wouldn't believe everything I wrote I want for this year, or what I want for a year from now, because I want a year to prepare. So this year's a year to prepare. Unless they literally come up and something happens where I'm going, okay, forward we go, okay? If you ever feel stuck and think about beginning something but never really get to the next step, if you're planning on getting fit, do you want to run a marathon? Do you want to write a book, or do you plan to start study? Whatever your goal is, don't despair. You possess the determination to achieve your goal. Determination is a strength we all possess. However, sometimes we can lose focus and not actually put our determination into practice. Okay? So your angel of determination, with his assistant, he'll guide you every step of the way. He'll give you the strength and focus to believe in yourself. And he will show you how to unleash your inner purpose. He'll show you that you have the strength and the sheer grit to see your goal through frustration. Trust in him and begin your journey. Here's an affirmation for you. I have the strength and determination I need within me to achieve my hopes, dreams, and goals. So do you. There, that is, if you want to write it down. This is the Debbie Malone book, Guardian, Angel, Reading Cards, and Guidebook. Okay? So that there is an angel for you. And we're going to do 2 of these angel determination. So how about there's pursuits. Okay, why are the purple? Well, I flipped them last time, I think. Okay. Let's make sure these are all the... Okay. So, these are pursuits to consider. So, let's give you a pursuit to consider. Okay? What pursuit do you want them to consider, Angel of Determination? What pursuit to discover? Pursuits to consider. You exclude grace, diplomacy, and a sense of decisiveness when facing decisions. Have confidence in your judgment rather than relying solely on the advice of others. It leads to successful outcomes. Collaborating and aiding others can boost your reputation. However, excessive self-assuredness might impede your progress. Don't be fearful of moving at a gradual pace. Slow and steady wins the race, right? The true concern should be stagnation. So those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. John F. Kennedy. I think that's a wonderful message. Again, the sun is rising, the clocks of time. Everything is in divine timing, guys. Okay? One more. We're peeling this one off the top. You carry adaptability, passion, and a receptive mindset. Progressing towards your aspiration fuels your creativity, motivating you to exceed your initial target. Your commitment and resolve ensure that the completion of your endeavors. Have confidence in yourself and everything aligns harmoniously. Creativity is simple intelligence, enjoying yourself. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Albert Einstein. I love that this has earth, air, fire, and water on it. Because to me, the wind is being done by the clouds. Here's the fire, earth, water, all around the lake. Earth, air, fire, and water. Divine timing. And actually, that kind of looks, if you look at this, it doesn't come all the way up. But that almost looks like somebody standing there with their arms raised up too, doesn't it? All right, guys, that's your message for today. I didn't mean for it to be so long, but if you stay through till the end, yay. If not, oh well. I hope there was a message here for you. Not all my readings are going to be this long, but today feels like a whole new day. We also got numbers in here if anyone is interested. We got 4 in here because I had 4 top cards, 4 bottom cards, and the number 3. So if that means anything to anybody, because we had 3 runes and we had 4 cards at the top. I just rearranged them, but we had 4 and 4. Dream Talk, and then the 3 that came after, and then 4 below. So 4 and 3. 44 and 3, or 43, if you want to look at it that way. Does that have any meaning for anybody? Okay. And the angel of determination. Thank you for joining me, guys. Until next time, I am going to do the planetary wave this morning. Be a light in the darkness. Shine your light as beautiful and as bright as you can. Lighthouse.